Today we will be analyzing Richard Connell's short story, The Most Dangerous Game. In this story, Sanger Rainsford, the main character, is a revered hunter with no sympathy towards the animals he kills, only a love for the game. He becomes stranded on an island sailors have named Ship Trap Island. Before falling off the yacht heading to an Amazon hunting trip, Rainsford has a conversation with his hunting buddy, Whitney, about the island. The sailors say it's a terrible place, but never fully disclose what goes on there. In this conversation, Rainsford's view on life is clear. There are two types of people, the hunters and the prey. When Rainsford finds himself in the water, he is calm and collective, clearly evaluating his situation as he swims to the shore. After waking up from a long, deep sleep on the edge of the jungle, Rainsford makes his way through the jungle into the great castle-like fortress of General Zaroff, a fellow lover of hunting. He recognizes Rainsford right off the bat and brings him inside, offering him clothes, a bed, and food. After a delightful meal, Zaroff discloses to him that he finds hunting animals to be boring, and that he has moved on to bigger and better prey, humans. Rainsford is then given a choice: run and beat Zaroff at his own game, or die by the hands of Zaroff's great helper, Ivan. Rainsford has no choice but to run. Each day, Rainsford believes he has outsmarted Zaroff and won the game, but each day, Zaroff wins and lets Rainsford go, obviously toying with him. The last day, Rainsford jumps out into the ocean in order to escape Zaroff, and Zaroff returns back to his room in disappointment, but sure that Rainsford had died. Little did he know that Rainsford was hiding out in the bedroom. He kills Zaroff, and the story ends with his thought that he has never slept in a better bed. Our analysis questions for the day are: why does Connell have Zaroff put so much emphasis on civilization? Well, this is to juxtapose Zaroff's belief with his actions. Often civilization, seeing that it deals with people living together peacefully, is paired with reason and morality. Zaroff wishes for civilization in his remote island, but it is not the morality he craves, but rather aspects such as electricity and food, things that have become necessities in our lives. His actions show that his barbarianism and loss of humanity. We can see this in how he holds his hounds' lives over the lives of sailors, even of Ivan, who he only momentarily mourns because of the hassle of finding a new helper. Our next question is: do you think that Rainsford's outlook has changed? We can gather that Rainsford might be slightly more sympathetic to the animals, realizing the fear of being hunted and running for your own life. But we do not really know if his outlook has fully changed. The story ends with his thought that he has never slept in a nicer bed. This insinuates that he was able to sleep soundly after killing General Zaroff, a horrible human being, but a person nonetheless. Does this mean his morals have changed, or that, by being the prey, they can be overlooked? It is really up to the reader's interpretation, since Connell's ending is quite open. Our last question is: what do you believe is the most prominent theme in this story? There are many that are open to debate, but the one I wish to discuss is the theme of reason versus instinct. Human intelligence and the ability to reason is what sets us apart from animals, who are governed by their instincts, lack of morals, and only act on their basic needs. Humans are placed in higher respect due to these facts. However, in this story, reason is overcome by instinct. Zaroff uses reason to place humans as an acceptable prey, deeming them no different from animals. Rainsford realizes that all creatures use fear and instinct to survive, just as Whitney originally argued. He then uses reason and instinct to get away from death, but still values human life, staying away from becoming a beast like Zaroff. In order to tie this into our daily lives, we will look at the implications of war. How does war alter man? Zaroff is obviously altered in a violent way. Yes, his early childhood experiences lead him to the love of hunting, but it is the war that most likely caused him to view humans as prey. His inflated ego, disdain for humanity, and sadistic thrill at inflicting suffering all stem from seeing life through the sights of a rifle. Rainsford, however, had a different experience in war. His memories recalled desperately digging trenches with insufficient tools while on the European front lines in World War I. The senses of desperation and powerlessness that his war years instilled in him revisit him during the hunt in the jungle. It is through the character's struggles and attitudes that we see the implications of war on men. Our second connection to real life is sex trafficking, a very realistic and modern example parallel to the many issues in this story. The pimps behind the operations find themselves picking and choosing their prey. It is presented to the victims that it will be beneficial to them and to civilization. They will get money and be allowed to return to their families if they survive. However, just like Zaroff, the pimps will do anything in their power to not let them survive and escape. It is through these real-life connections that we can better understand the story, the themes, and all their implications.